your wife, when she was pregnant and she had the baby, we out 6 weeks. And the U.S. doesn't give us good maternal payments. So you like out, like your check might get docked or something. FMLA don't pay for everything. It's like 30% of your check you actually getting. So with that, it's like, yeah, the man needs to be able to take care of it when those things happen. But just getting to that point, like I think a man going forward with even asking somebody to live with him should be able to pay those bills before I got there. Now, when I get there, don't say, hey, well, now I need you to help me split my gas bill. I'm sorry, how was your gas bill getting paid prior to?
Oh, G. Let go. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch, or your bitch might get pulled. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch, or your bitch might get pulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hate.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Riley, a.k.a. Riley the Great. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Millennial Mayhem Podcast.
Yeah, we here.
Yeah. As y'all know, I got my boy, my cousin, young Tony D.
Hey,
What's good, fam?
it's a good day today. It's a beautiful day in Zimoon. I ain't said that in a while, but it's starting to get hot.
It's beautifully hot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Everybody got their knees out today, brother.
well, feeling like the safari.
Ray got his knees out too, bro.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
No Hoochie Daddy shorts though.
Nah,
by the way, y'all see your boy creative comedy.
Yeah,
Nigga
Maurice, yeah.
Reese stupid, bro. You got to check it out, bro. That boy came out with the coochie cutters. He say now niggas is wearing hoochie daddy, but that nigga had on his old lady Daisy Dukes, bro. I was like, dog, you tripping, bro.
Yeah. All right, Tony, shut up so I can get through these intros.
Man, don't.
And we got the abominable light skin, young Ray Matthews. What's going on, man?
Steve trying to make you Mr. Limited.
What about to go on a tangent?
No, I wasn't, bro. That was it.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I need to get these intros out the way.
Right?
What's good, dog?
You doing all right, man?
Hey, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
It's little T Saturday. Little T-shirt, you know what I'm saying?
That's every day, baby. It's
Showing
summer.
the guns,
They lucky I got sleeves on, daddy. You know, new gun laws in order, so, had to wear the sleeves.
Did this nigga just say that for real?
See, that's that Mr. Unlimited shit right there.
Hey, we got a special guest in the building.
Yeah.
It's me, Kenyana, a.k.a. Dakota Black. You've probably seen me on stage with Slim Thug during the rodeo cook-off. I'm also seen most times dancing and singing loud in Urban Social or with the Tailgate Heroes at Quotes Willowbrook. Oh, yes, and I'm also part of the team of Officially Off the Record. So
Yep. I'm with it.
I had a full introduction practice.
Yeah, and she absolutely destroyed and killed that, bruh. I'm with it though. She also a HBCU alum. That's how how we get down with our guests, man. We only had one PWI guy on our stuff, and that was Emerson. Yeah, he went to Rice.
Sounds PWI. Huh? Sounds PWI.
Yeah, Emerson. Yeah. He cool though. He cool, but that's the only one we had. But
That's our dog.
we got a rep. We got a rep for that PVAMU. You did.
Indeed.
I'm glad to have you on today.
Thank you for having me.
I know this is about to be a good one.
Indeed.
Best behavior.
Yeah. Now, Tony, if you want to talk about Reese, you can talk about him now.
I've already talked, bro.
If you want to talk about his skit now, you can talk about it.
No, bro.
Shout out to Reese though, because he a HBCU alum guy too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga
Why is she even bring it back, bro? Like,
Because
it's done.
You mad?
No, I'm just saying, why would you even bring it back? It's done, fam. Let's move on.
Don't start raging, bro. You good?
Oh, I know you're not talking about it.
Why he not talking about it, Tony?
Steroid Steve.
What's the reason that Steve is tiptoeing around you today?
Because he don't want these hands, bro. You know I keep the gloves.
You got
I got 3 pair of gloves now. And he got some in his trunk too. So that makes 4 pair.
So you basically saying that Steve tiptoeing around you because he don't want to get in the gloves.
He don't want no smoke.
I want to get the khaki hat dirty.
You stupid.
Don't want to get the khaki hat dirty.
Bro,
It's all good.
Y'all know y'all can't. Y'all play. I keep telling people, bro. It's like you playing with your little brother. Like your little brother gets all high and mighty and get all brody and shit, and then you just like, nah, you little bro. Like you good, man. I will never fight neither one of y'all because I know the outcome.
I mean,
you know how like Doctor Strange went through all the scenarios when the snap. and he only got one out of like 550 million scenarios, that's how it's gonna be with y'all. Like out of 550 fights, y'all probably gonna get like maybe one, maybe win half a round. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
Bro,
be cool.
You want to spar? We can go get headgear and all that shit. We can spar.
I'll beat your ass, boy.
We can go get the headgear. We
All
can
right,
spar.
go get it. Go get it.
We'll do that.
We'll
do that.
We'll put it on camera too.
We'll do that. No. We're gonna go to my gym. We're gonna go to the official gym. We're gonna do it. They'll let me do it too.
It's like this. If you had 125 ashy spots on your body, you will only be able to cover 60 of them with your cocoa butter. So we understand your anger.
Man, shut up, man. All right, all right. To bring it back to a serious note, we got to talk about just briefly about Uvalde.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, there was a mass shooting at a what was that? An elementary school?
Elementary school.
Yeah, man.
Elementary school in Uvalde. 19 people.
21 total.
It was 21 two seasons.
21 total. Yeah, 19
It started
kids.
off at 19, then they reported 2 more later.
Yeah, man.
19 kids, 2 teachers, bro.
Yeah, man. So I mean, and that happened in Texas. We out here in the H. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of hit close to home. So just want to acknowledge that, man, and be give prayers and thoughts and prayers and shit for all the family members and everything.
Well, always thoughts and prayers. That's every day. But we gotta start moving different and thinking different about all of this shit, bro. Like that should never, ever, ever happen. No. And we've had way too many examples of people shooting up schools for us to sit on our ass.
Yeah.
And when I say us, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about politicians and everybody that has the authority to make some changes. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, it ain't been no changes.
No.
That's wild. Like, that's stupid.
I think it has a lot to do with the funding, too. Depending on what district you're in. At the school that I'm at, no one can really get past that front door. So, I mean, I'm not sure what the funding is there, but I did read that it's a very impoverished area that they're living in, predominantly Hispanic. So it's not a school I think they put a lot more money in. So I think that might have been one of the factors, too. And, of course, the school budgets have been cut. That's why they don't have teachers.
It's crazy.
Oh, shit. That's a good point. That's a good point.
But it's crazy. Wow, like, I mean, I guess I get it in the sense of business. Sometimes cuts got to be made. You know what I'm saying? But like, it seems to me like it would be so simple because at Noah's elementary school, like you can't just walk in the front door. You know what I'm saying? You got to get buzzed in. Yep. And just thinking about it, I'm like, how much does that really cost to implement something like that at every door at every school? You know what I'm saying? It seems simple. Maybe it's not, but it seems simple. But the thing that we choose to focus on is the gun laws, which are they mean a lot, obviously, because the numbers in the U.S. compared to everywhere else are like so offset. You know what I'm saying? So it would seem like that would do it, but it don't make sense why we not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Either that or the door situation, man. Make it hard for niggas to get in, like, and they not doing that. It's just the fact that you could walk on the elementary campus like that and do that, that's alarming.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy, man.
I mean, and I was talking to my barber about it. He said that there was some other stories that have been coming out, like more information that's been coming out, and come to find out, he shot his grandmother at home.
Yeah,
and then he hopped in the car to drive, but he doesn't know how to drive. He ended up wrecking the car, and some bystander saw him like when he wrecked. And he ended up shooting at the bystander and then just walked to the school. So they don't even know where he was actually like going, or if that school was the intended target. But he just, once he crashed, he just went over there. He's like, "Oh, school," jumped the fence, and he was just checking doors, and then so happened to get into one. This shit tough, man. It's tough.
We got to do something different, bro.
Yeah,
we got to do a lot of things different.
Yeah,
we got to protect our kids more than what we doing. Yeah. That's just it.
Yeah, that last day that it happened, and then I think they only had one more day of school left. That last day was stressful as hell.
The last day was scary.
Yeah, that was stressful. I was like, it's already the last day, so if something's gonna happen, that would be the day for it to happen. And then that happened a day before the last day. It was like,
that was the last day, man.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I hate to start off on a dark note like that, but we had to just acknowledge that and move forward.
You said it, man. Many thoughts and many prayers to you never want to bury any kids. Right. But, man, we just got to make some changes. That shit was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Moving on to the topic at hand, though. You know what I'm saying? On a lighter note, today we talking about, and you know what I'm saying, this is something that I think everybody has a very firm opinions on. Today we talking about men taking care of the home. And when I say taking care of the home, I mean paying all the bills.
Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my bills?
I was thinking it, but I'm glad you sung it. I don't know why it came out.
So, Kiana, I gotta ask you: do you believe that once you start cohabitating with a man, he should pay for all the household bills?
Once you start cohabitating,
yeah,
I think you shouldn't cohabitate with anyone that cannot fully pay the bills. Because I mean, at that point, you're giving them control. You're not married; they can put you out. And now, what do you have? Nothing. But somebody to pay bills for a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's my position.
How you guys feel about it?
Shit, man. Yeah. Pay them bills, bro. If you can.
So, all right. Hold
on.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
If your money allows you to pay all the bills, pay all the bills. It's just that simple.
So let me ask y'all this though before we go deep dive into it. So what do the household bills consist of? Like what does that all consist of?
I would say the major things, man. Like that. I grew up seeing it. My mom and my dad, and I see how they pay bills. My dad made sure, hey, car notes. Oh, is that mine? My bad, y'all.
All good.
Car notes, mortgage. You know what I'm saying? The major bills. Like my mom would pay like the telephone, back in the day, telephone, I pay for, water bill, the small utilities and take care of like, maybe the groceries, the other smaller stuff. But my dad was always handling the major stuff. Anything that happened, I knew Pops was taking care of it. Anything break down with a car, that's Pops. Anything break down, in the house, that's Pops. Mom was pretty good, That's how I see it. And then I've seen my dad pay everything at some points. My mom was like, she tried to teach us a lesson. Y'all ain't gonna have this because I'm finna start working. And she did. And my dad made sure business as usual. Everything taken care of.
Okay. Well, I mean, y'all know how I feel about the shit.
My bus.
I don't know.
I think the man should pay every fucking household bill there is. The only one that I would skate on is the one both car notes. I'm not paying your car note, especially if you work. If you work, I'm not paying your shit. What the fuck I'm paying your shit for? Everything else, like you know what I'm saying. Like everything else, I'll take care of. Like what because y'all know how I feel, man. Like if my woman doesn't have to worry about where she lay her head or the roof over her head, that's one less thing that she has to be up in arms about, and that'll make my life a lot easier. If she don't have to worry about that, then she should have enough time to and enough what's the word I'm looking for? Positive energy to make me, what I'm saying, to keep us happy and all the rest of that shit. Yeah. And so that's it's certain things like we are naturally what protectors, providers. So it's certain things that you want to do for your woman to make sure that she's okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's just for me. That's one thing that I think. And also for another thing, I don't be wanting to hear shit. And when people start paying shit, they feel like they got a voice on something. You know what I'm saying? Like like all right. And let me just be honest. Let me be 100 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like all right, like y'all know my mom stays with me, right?
Yeah.
My mom always constantly hitting me with I can pay this and pay that. I'm like nah. And the reason why is because if my mama start giving me money, she gonna think she have a say so on something in the house. I pay. Nope, you don't have no say so. And I love my mama to death, but this is mine, and I'm gonna take care of you because this is what I do. I'm gonna take care of you. But I already know once you start providing some bread to something, that's when people start thinking they have a say so. Just think about it, like even when somebody rent out like if you rent out a room in your house. I mean, you rent out a room in your apartment. That person is first off, y'all cohabitating, and they gonna want an equal share of like other rooms, like living room and dining room and all the rest of that shit. Because they're paying equal amount of rent. I mean, even though you rent out a room and your shit, they paying equal amount for it. They gonna want all the same amenities that you paying. I mean, that you paying for, that you originally paying for. Nah, bro. Hierarchy, bro. My bus.
That's
my bus. Boy,
that's exactly why women. I'm not gonna say the only reason, but that's a lot. That's a big portion of why women are like, fuck that. Ain't no nigga finna. I'm paying something like. You're not finna tell me I ain't got no say so over nothing.
I can't sit in the living room either.
No, see,
that's horrible.
But no, I'm talking. I ain't saying that. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Like women, like bro, you're not finna sit here and tell me I can't say nothing about nothing.
And I'm not saying that you can't say nothing. I'm just saying that if you trust me to do this, then trust me to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you trust me to do it, I don't want to hear all that shit. Like just say. Hey, Steve, I trust you to handle this. Okay, well then allow me to handle it, and you go do some other stuff. Well, after you say that, hey, Steve, I trust you. I don't need to hear shit else about whatever it is that you say you trust me about. I don't need to hear nothing else about it.
I think the large part of the argument is that once the finances seem to mean control, and I was just having this conversation on the phone with somebody. They were like, "So would you let me pay your bills?" I said, "Nope. If you pay my bills, you might kick me out the house if I step wrong." So with that, I think that's why women feel like I have to bring something to the table. And it may not always be finances. Women are the caregivers of the household. So they are giving something to it as well. But if you take care of the money and you telling me, this is my living room, I'm going to watch this today, and this is my bathroom, you use Scott, I'm going to use Angel Salt. It's gonna be like, I don't give a shit. Then I'm going to leave. I'm going to pay my own bills elsewhere.
I mean, I wouldn't do that to my, I don't think I would do that to my woman. I mean, we are a team
so
when
your
it comes.
Mama gotta use a Scott.
No. What? I guess I explained that incorrectly, but I was just saying I just don't want to hear shit. I just don't want to I don't want it you can voice your opinion on stuff, but I don't want it to be like a repetitive, overly talked about thing. At the end of the day, man, if I'm doing something a certain way, then we can talk about it, and I'll discuss with you why I'm doing it this way. But then after that, it shouldn't be like a nagging, constant, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
So is there a limit on the conversation that she can contribute or bring to the table because she doesn't contribute financially?
No, there's not a limit on the conversation. We can talk about anything, but we just can't talk about it repetitively.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can talk about any and everything. We just can't talk about it repetitively. I think nobody wants to have the same conversation 3 or 4 times, man. You know what I'm saying?
You're right about that.
And if, like I said before, man, if you trust me to take care of this, then just drop it. Let's move on to something else. That's it.
Yeah, that you said something. You said as a man, we're supposed to be the provider, protector, whatever. And that's where the conversation I think gets a little hairy sometimes when people have that conversation, because thinking about it's what we talk about. The women want a traditional man, but they're not traditional women. Men want a traditional woman, but they not traditional men. You know what I'm saying? We leaning on how our parents did it, and let's just keep it a buck. Our parents' expectations for what they were supposed to have in life are way different from what our expectations, right? And me and Taylor was having this conversation because when you think about a provider, all God was talking about was to provide. So when you think about provision, if we have a shelter and we have a roof, that's me providing, right? We may not necessarily need electricity or lights or whatever to survive if we gonna keep it a buck, right? We could light some candles. Why?
That's bullshit.
At the very base of it, that's not bullshit.
That is bullshit
in today's age.
What I'm saying is at the very base of what it was traditionally. That's the base of it. All he was saying was provide shelter.
But you gotta come into.
Why do you have to have lights though?
What you mean?
That's almost that's damn near a necessity.
It is.
That's a necessity, bro. Your kid, think about it.
You can't apply what they were talking about 5,000 years ago to now.
Not 5,000 years ago. I'm talking about just in our parents' a day and age.
They had lights.
Yeah, but they traditionally didn't. They lit candles way more than they had lights back then.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious. My granny.
Wait, what?
My granny, they had candles back then.
That ain't your parents.
What I'm
That's her
saying is
grandpa.
that's the idea of what we take from traditional. Why are you not hearing what I'm saying?
Okay.
The idea of what like the traditional standards that we take from are from that era and how men and women.
I think what Ray is saying is the basics of provision was shelter. And it used to be considered food and shelter. And that's all that the man had to provide. And now, because times have changed, we now see so many other things that need to be provided. Like, I can't be in your house if we don't got Wi-Fi. If I can't watch cable or a fire stick or something, you're going to have something
There we
there.
go.
Right.
So in that sense, so I mean, it has changed. But my granddad, they had 12 kids. So with that, they had a 3-bedroom house, and my granddad provided. My grandmother didn't have to do anything. But now my mom couldn't take that same mentality in this day and age and raise her 2 daughters the same way. So she did need more to kind of provide to the house, to give to the household. I think that's what he's saying. We went from the basics to now we've grown out and branched out, but it was still just the basics of, am I giving you food and shelter, the basic needs for human survival. If he was providing that, that was a good man, according to everybody else.
And that's the idea of what we try to put this pressure on men. And let's keep it a buck, man. If you're not making an extensive amount of money, you're not paying for the bills. You're not paying for all the bills and doing things like what Tony talking about, paying all the big bills, both car notes and all. The average nigga not making that kind of money, man. The average nigga is not doing that. And so in that instance, like I just believe, like Tony was saying, like it just depends on how much bread you got. Like if I'm making 60 and you making 50, we put out 60 and 50 together, we make 100. We can't operate like with my 60, I'm going to pay all the big bills and you just take care of the little stuff. We can't operate like that. We have to operate like, let's put both of our monies together, and then from both of our monies, allocate finances, right? Maybe the husband get a little, the wife get a little, the little get to the kids, some go to the bills. That's how you got to live to get to that next level.
And see,
you can't live like I'm gonna be Brody and pay all the bills with 60 grand.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
We're gonna be sleeping in an apartment. We're gonna stay in an apartment.
And the
Or
only
just
reason
buy houses now.
Leave. Go ahead, Steve.
the only reason why I disagree with that is because, all right, combine the resources. I'm with it 100%. But at the end of the day, one income should be able to take care of your living arrangement, because if both people got to work to make sure that y'all living arrangement is okay, then what if somebody gets laid off? We didn't see shit. Like, I know I didn't got laid off before. Hold on, let me finish. I didn't got laid off before. And if I had to combine with somebody that at that time where I got laid off, if I was living somewhere where it was required that both incomes be a weld-oiled machine at that time, I would have been fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I look at it the way I look at it. Like, man, like, you as a man, if you want a family, you have to have the means to take care of the family. Or if you don't have the means to take care of the family, you work on getting the means to take care of your family.
And I support that 100%. But
Absolutely.
the reality of it is that's not how it's happening.
No,
Niggas get lazy. Niggas are lazy, bro.
No.
Let me like, if you ain't got it, then go get it. Like, we talk about this shit all the time. It's not the reality of this shit and all the rest of this bullshit. We talk about all that all the time. But if boys put ass to pavement and actually go out there and go get it, they can come back with enough to sustain their family. They can.
I don't know if y'all remember. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
There was
Go
a
ahead.
guy on, I love Iyanla Van Zandt, and he had like the viral Facebook video where he was like, my wife shouldn't have to worry about the mortgage, shouldn't have to worry about this. So he was raving and bragging about how he contributes to the household financially. So they ended up going on Iyanla Van Zandt, in which the kids kind of confronted the dad. Like, yeah, you provided all these things, but we had no relationship with you. We don't know you. We had nothing. And the wife was even kind of like, yeah, all you did was work. So it's like I never had a husband. But he felt like, because I am working and I do contribute this, y'all should, like, he had that, don't say nothing to me about it because I'm doing all this. But at the same time, you still have to be able to give of yourself. So I do understand your point where it's almost like 60 and 50, we have to make it do what it do. But then I also see your point. Your wife, when she was pregnant and she had the baby, we out 6 weeks. And the U.S. doesn't give us good maternal payments. So you out, like your check might get docked or something. FMLA don't pay for everything. It's like 30% of your check you actually getting. So with that, it's like, yeah, the man needs to be able to take care of it when those things happen. But just getting to that point, like I think a man going forward with even asking somebody to live with him should be able to pay those bills before I got there. Now, when I get there, don't say, hey, well, now I need you to help me split my gas bill. I'm sorry, how was your gas bill getting paid prior to? Because I don't need
You
to
know
help
what?
with that.
And that's new niggas right now. New niggas are doing that.
But there's another component that we ain't even talked about.
What?
People need to live within their means.
That's true.
That's another thing that we ain't, like, you, man, these days, you talk about this day and age. You ask a woman, you know, you trying to build up to be that man that pays for everything. You start asking these women, you know, what they want. They talk, oh, well, I want these kind of vacations. I want this kind of car. I want to live in this kind of house. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Why do we need, you know, a 4 or 5 bedroom house and it's just me and you and one kid?
Which is why I say expectations
live within your means. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need a 4 or 5 bedroom house. If it's just, well, a 5 bedroom house. A 4, I can kind of understand because 3 is kind of standard for most houses. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. That's kind of standard for most houses. You know what I'm saying? But 4 and 5, with one kid, why do I need that?
But pretty women don't have means. Like, pretty women don't have a barrier, generally speaking, for what their means are.
It ain't just pretty women though. It's women.
I want to say, what the notes are pretty woman.
Yeah, it's just women.
That's just women.
You average at best for Kevin Samuels. She wasn't pretty,
But that's what she wanted.
but that's what she wanted.
But please
what a
keep in
man-
mind, sis had her own business.
She didn't know.
Right.
She
She,
has
No,
her
she
own
was-
pet grooming because
she
she
was
on
doing
Millionaire
it.
Matchmaker right now, trying to do some amazing
Yeah,
things,
talking
which is
about-
inspired
So
by
it's-
the matchmaker.
with a white guy. She
So
wants a white
it's
guy.
not. Look, what
She wants a brother. She said, "Come on tonight," and she gonna reinforce it.
that's all. Look, that's all fine and dandy. But if a man is really, you know, saying, "All right, come stay with me," but you may not have, you know, this same exact car. You may have, you know, this Honda. You may not have that Benz that you want, but you're gonna have this Honda. You know, that was it's not a 2022, but it's a 2016 with low mileage. You good, you ain't got to pay for it. Most women still be looking like, nah, I want that car. No, let's live within our means. So you ain't got to pay nothing. But guess what? When you want to live outside your means, now it's like where your income at. If you're going to come in here and try to, you know, uplift everything. Hold on. You didn't have to pay anything when you moved in. So don't try to upgrade me when you don't want to provide. Like, you don't want to bring anything to the table. Don't try to upgrade me. Like, my nigga, you don't have to pay anything if you come over here.
The large part of it is, I think we're thinking of these women like we're not back on the prairie anymore. So like, if I move in with somebody, I got 2 degrees, I got a full salary.
Right.
So when I come in and I have my Jeep and I take care of it the best I can, tell my stepdad to check the tires when I go home. But in that, like, it's like we have stuff now. So when we come to the table and you like, I'm going to pay everything, be quiet. I'm like, well, hey, I don't have to be quiet because I actually brought some things on my own. Possibly my student loan into Joe counseling. But I did bring some things to the table that I need you to also respect my contribution. But don't just say, well, I'm going to pay for it all, so pipe down when you walk in here. Nah, I got some shit to say. Like, I don't like your towels in the restroom. Can we change
That
it?
matters.
And-
But see, that's a woman making a house a home. Niggas have to understand that too.
Yeah.
Like, don't. I ain't just out here talking about it. Niggas have to understand what the value that a woman can just bring.
Right.
That it comes with finance. These women, you know,
Women are getting it, bro. Yeah.
My wife getting it. You know what I'm saying? But we still have our little, you know, bouts about, you know, stuff. But she out here getting it.
But would you still feel, I guess the question I can ask now, would you still feel that you have to contribute all if maybe she were the breadwinner and you were making markedly less than her?
Shit, we was damn near doing that at one point.
Or would you still take on the full? Because I'm the man, I'm pay all these bills.
Man,
even
I
though
try.
you can
Look,
kind of contribute.
the way I was brought up was to do that. So I'm always gonna try to do that. Like, however much I'm making, I'm gonna try to contribute all of that to the household to make sure whatever is that she's bringing in, she don't have to stress herself at work to try to match me or try to make sure this is paid. No. Whatever I'm making, it can make sure that you can kick your feet up.
What I had a conversation with Taylor, and I hear what y'all saying, but I had a conversation with Taylor, and I said, what amount of money, or is there an amount of money that it would take? We know she independent, she getting it, obviously.
Right.
But I said, is there an amount of money that would, you know what I'm saying, make you feel okay about not going to work again? Like, and you know what I'm saying, just doing whatever you do, not going to HEB. Maybe doing a business or side whatever, but I'm just saying not having to show up to somebody else's job. And she said 200, you got to be making 200,000 or more to comfort for her to feel comfortable with not going to somebody's job where you have consistent, money every single week or 2 weeks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like I hear you, but like at some point, like when you get into a relationship, like you gotta let your ego go. And although I may be able to take care of the house with 60, we in this together. So what's the big deal about combining both of our salaries and taking that amount to pay for the things and make the plans that we need to make moving forward? Not necessarily, me just taking care of all of this. That's my ego talking. Like I'm the man. I'll take care of all of this. Nigga, you make 60,000. Where y'all gonna live on 60,000? You're not getting a house on 60,000 and being able to take care of a house off of 60,000. And that's the reality. You're not
anymore.
Not anymore. Right. We talking about right now. You're not getting a house for 60. It ain't going down like that. So realistically speaking, ego's got to be dropped. Y'all need to make sure y'all supposed to be together, whatever. Marry before you do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're not scared about making those decisions, because if you want to get to the next level, man, that's just how you got to do it.
So let me ask you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if a man doesn't have it at the time, right, that he's with his woman, but eventually gets it, do you think he should assume that role once he gets to that status or whatnot?
I just think that our egos naturally make us get,
That's not what I asked you. Do you think he should take on that role once he gets to the point where he's comfortable enough to know he can take care of everything? Mm-hmm. Should he do it then?
100%. But like I said, that's because a woman's value is totally different than, in my opinion, being in the workforce. Especially if we got kids, your value equals more than you showing up to somebody else's job. Maybe you have your own side hustle. I will repeat that. Maybe you are an entrepreneur. You got this, you got that. Whatever it is that you do, your value is bigger than showing up to somebody else's job as a woman. You should be at home with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, look, my Papa was a Rolling Stone. He made sure I was good on that end of things. But let's keep it a buck. When he was on here for this Father's Day episode, what he said, I wish that I would have spent more time. That was his one wish. Like, what would you do differently? I wish I would have spent more time, because I'm watching Noah grow up. You know what I'm saying? And if I wasn't in a position to be able to be present for all of his things, my value for him would just look different. I seen everything, and I wouldn't trade that for any amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So niggas just got to be realistic. We live in too fluid of a society to put the boundaries of whatever was traditionally seen, or whatever works for you.
I hate that fluid word.
So do y'all think that a man paying the bills, do y'all think that's just an outdated tradition? Do y'all think that that's just a tradition that was set in the old standard? Because y'all know, I've been saying this for I don't know how long we've been doing this podcast. Like, us dealing with modern women, we're the guinea pigs of it. You know what I'm saying? There are no instructions. We don't know. It's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? To try to figure out, okay, does this traditional role, really fit for us to say, all right, the man is going to pay all the bills? Because as it relates to most commonalities, like, bro, we really need two incomes these days. Like, most people really need that.
I was raised in a single parent household. So my mom raised me. So what I saw growing up, and now I'm also raising my daughter in the same household. So we're both, I hate to say that that's where it came from, but it is like a cycle in a sense. Mm-hmm. But in that, you learn to take care of yourself. So your child tends to see what you do. So I know my daughter has never seen me like asking a man for anything. So she's probably not going to be as keen to say, oh, I'm going to do that. Hopefully I can show her different. But the way I saw it with my mom was she knew we had to live regardless of who was in the house. So I think when it came to even marrying my stepdad or getting with my stepdad to cohabitate, she's like, I need help. So what's up? We either going to do this or we not. And she actually was still the top breadwinner, but she never made him feel less of a man in the house. So with that, she still taught me those traditional things. But at the same time, I want to say I am still the modern woman. Like, I know what it's like. I don't want nobody to ever take away from my table or to take my table from me. I don't like the uncertainty of it. So it's like, with that, I think as women, I'm going to say black women, we more so operate in, I got to bring something because I don't want you to remove it and I got to get up from the table at some point.
But all right, but being honest, like, what table is being taken away? If you move into somebody's home and they say that you don't have to pay for nothing, what table is being stripped from you? Because that money that you're not spending on mortgage or rent or anything like that, you could be pocketing that shit all day. Like, if you was in a relationship where you cohabitated with a dude for 9 months and the dude said you ain't got to pay for the living arrangement, you good. You're not handpicked then. It's not like if y'all break up after 9 months, like whatever, $1,500, $2,000, whatever, what it is to rent or mortgage or whatever. That money is money that you didn't have to worry about for 9 months. That's low key a win. That's like staying at like one of your partner's houses and he's saying you ain't got to pay shit. You just there.
Get your shit together.
So that's me personally, I don't really look at that as a.
It's a win until somebody says to you something out of line, and now you're like walking on eggshells to where, can I say something back? Not even just like remember your post. If I'm paying everything and I say shut the fuck up, like, you can tell me to shut up.
Yeah.
But the fuck up.
And I was telling them. I'm telling them,
but
like, bro.
I think it's some women feel like if you paying for this and you doing this for me, well, let me go ahead and be quiet. He probably got out. Some people had the outside kids and all that, and so it was like, let me just be quiet about it because I'm not having to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, if I got to just save this salary of mine, I'd be like living high on the hog, as people say. Old people say. But currently, it's like I'm doing it for myself. If somebody was doing it for me and I could chill, I'd be on vacation with the girls all the time. I'd be at brunch. I'd buy the carabs. Y'all get 5 of them at the table. Because I'm saving, but at the same time, I can kind of splurge a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think women want to know that what we have is not going to be taken away from us. And all too often, we've seen things taken away from us, or we have to endure this hardship. We got to endure the outside kids. We got to endure the infidelity because what else I got? This is where I'm at right now. Now I don't have rental history because I've been living with an old boy for so long. Now I'm missing certain things that I need because I've been sitting here being dogged out. And then, like Kanye, he leave my ass for a white girl. So then I'm stuck.
Wait, why you not making sure you add it to the lease?
What do you mean?
When you move in, why you not make sure your name is in addition to whatever?
That's his place. What if I decide to leave? Now to put him in a bad place.
See, that's what it's like jockeying for position. It's like it's too much fear. It's way too much fear involved. I'm scared if I move in with you, when you decide to kick me out, I'm not gonna have. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared that when you move in with me, you might say too much or whatever. It's like fear all over there, and nothing's gonna be successful.
But I think that's the uncertainty of those like serious relationships.
That's
like
that's
moving
just
forward,
that's life.
That's
when
just
you got
life,
married,
though.
were you just like, hell yeah, I'm all in? But did you have a moment where you were like,
Oh yeah,
okay,
I'm sure
this
everybody
might not.
That's
am I really ready for this?
Look,
I'm sure everybody.
look, to be real, you always have it in the back of your mind. What if this shit goes sideways?
Mm-hmm.
What if shit goes down? What's gonna happen? That'll always be in the back of everybody's mind. You should have a plan to catch yourself. That don't mean love within the limit. That don't like. I don't like that shit. Like I don't love with the limit. Like once I asked. And once I talked to her dad, I was already all in. Once I talked to my dad, I was already all in, to be honest, to get some pointers, like what I need to do. Like, I was already in. I knew what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? So all of this, like Ray said, all of this fear, man, what fear? Man, if she left, or if she left via just, I'm sick of your shit, or she passed, I'm going to have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with making sure, hey, if I fall, it ain't gonna be rock bottom. Yeah. It's probably gonna hurt, but it ain't gonna be rock bottom. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is with people, they go in saying, oh, well, if I make this amount of money, I'm going to make whoever come up, they're going to sign a prenup. That's first and foremost, because you ain't taking nothing. And that's okay.
Goddamn right.
But hold on. But that's okay. But here's the problem with that is treating her every day as if she's going to do that.
Yeah.
That's the real issue. Like, oh, you just going to take, you can't treat somebody like that. Are you really loving all in or not?
Absolutely. I'm with you on that 100%. But
Still stands.
I just said there's no problem with that. I just told you there's no problem with that. I just wasn't done.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's treating them as if they're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. That's bullshit.
What my boy Drake saying back to back? Make sure you hit him with the prenup.
His money is different,
and
Black.
tell that man to ease up.
His money is
I
different.
think you're unique. To me, you're an anomaly. I rarely see people that have two-parent household. It's current.
Oh yeah.
With the modern
Oh yeah. This is
I
a
was
real
speaking
nigga.
with Jamar of Officially Off the Record, and we were talking about
Shout out to
how
Jamar
many
Laws.
men have not seen that before. So some men that I've like dated, like one man I was dating for a little bit, he said, "Yeah, you might want me to change your oil and wash your car, but I don't do that shit."
Why the see?
But then I'm looking at and then he got upset that I didn't really treat him like a man. Like, but you don't do. But I was supposed to cook. I never cook shit. I might have ordered us a pizza, but that was it. But in his mind, it was like that was what we need to be more traditional. Y'all not doing this like your grandma did. And I'm like, yeah, my grandma's husband worked for the railroad. She didn't want for anything. Whereas you tell him you won't even check my oil before I leave to go out of town.
So see, and that's what a disconnect is, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta hold men accountable on this shit too, man. Because it's a lot of men that want traditional women but don't want to fulfill traditional roles. And like, you can't ask a woman to do certain things and you can't fulfill the opposite end of the spectrum for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you were saying that, we're in a non-traditional state or whatever. Like, we're the guinea pigs for like all these, these modern women or whatever. But when you do want them to do traditional shit,
yeah,
you got to make sure that you are well equipped to handle the traditional shit that she's expecting from you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be fluid. Some people can be fluid or whatever. But because bruh, like, I feel like I'm a traditional guy, like all the way through.
You are.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take care of all that. Oil change, whatever, car washes, grass, blah blah. I'll take care of all that.
You're prehistoric.
Right.
I was just thinking.
You're damn near Neanderthal. You're Neanderthal.
Yeah.
This nigga damn near Neanderthal.
You know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel like I have the means to do so. I have the means to be that way. So if you coming to me and you expect me to do that stuff, then I'm vice versa. I don't give a fuck if you working or not. And shout out to my baby. She good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to baby. You know what I'm saying? She good. You know what I'm saying? We good.
Little Browning points coming on the podcast. Look at him. But nah, I man, if y'all say I'm an anomaly, I get it. But
two parent household.
But
married at high school.
You are the example. Like
I don't.
No, it's an anomaly. Most niggas
anomaly,
grow with
whatever.
two
But that's
parents.
an example. Like, because
Yeah,
I've already
of course
told
it's
you,
an
bro.
example.
Like, I already and I hate to go on a tangent
what
or whatever.
you
But I
about to
already
do.
told you, bro. Like, you, Shane, and like Ed, all y'all my partners that like got married and had settled down. Y'all are the example for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we see it in our own group of people, our own group of friends that we've grown up with, of how to get it done, how to get married and have these families and be fruitful, multiply and be okay. So I just want to give you not your flowers. I'll give you your whiskey. I'll give you your whiskey, bro.
Hey, I like that better.
Yeah.
I like cognac better.
Yeah,
but
I give you Henny.
But cognac, that's fine. But all I'm saying is, man, I think we make it harder than what it needs to be when we start talking about who's paying for what. Like, does it make sense? Like, in today's age, bro, does it make sense for one person to take care of all the bills? No, it doesn't make sense. Depending on what the woman wants, what the man wants, it doesn't make sense because most of these women are making bro. I've had a lot of female managers climbing up the charts. I mean, climbing up my career, fam. So I know they making money. They all had husbands. Every last one of them. They all had husbands. Like, fam, women are bringing money to the table. Niggas start having a conversation about who's paying for what. It don't have to be traditional if you don't want it to be. Just don't make it the issue. Like, everybody bringing money to the table. Figure out how to spend the damn money. Like, stop arguing over the petty shit.
And I think people don't want to communicate that part. They don't want to have a conversation. Want to be, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what you do, and it's not a real agreement in there where we can say this is what I can do. This is what, if you can help me with this, then let's bring it together. It's like, hey, you the man, do this. And I think that's where, and I think a lot of men got burnt. That's why they kind of like, nah, I'm done tricking these days. So they like keep their money.
But let me ask you this though, Kenyana, like, is there like a level or like a salary or amount, like threshold for you? Like, is there a limit or like a minimum amount with a salary that you would talk to a dude? Like, if a dude makes this, would you talk to him or no?
So I think personally, and it's probably not popular, I don't swipe right and ask the salary, and if you're going to do this. Or when we go out, I'm like, so how much do you make? I don't like talking money. Because I think it's none of my business until it has to be my business. Mm-hmm. But now I'm inviting myself into your finance, and that's not my place. Is there a minimum salary? Well, yes, I would love a good Bill Gates, Elon Musk, somebody like that. But that's not the minimum for me. You know, like, I think if you can make enough money to sustain yourself, and then and not even just sustain, but you can kind of flourish a little bit, like outside of sustaining, and you can live and you're comfortable, your credit score is improving, your skin is clearing up, things like that, then sure, we can see what's going on. But we both can't be at the line of poverty trying to make something shake, because now we're just two impoverished niggas trying to push forward, and we just pushing the line of poverty, just chilling. Do you
want a nigga that makes more money than you?
I would prefer one.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think boy, you get a overwhelming.
But if you meet somebody that makes less money than you, then what?
He has to sometimes watch how he talks to me, because I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up every so often.
See what I.
Right.
You
see
if
what
you
I'm
step
saying?
wrong with me, I'm probably going to say, man, shut your low salary ass up. Keep it pushing. Like, what's the point of me arguing with you?
Hey,
so broke ass up out
That's
of here.
exactly why I said what I said.
Man, get your money, Black.
That's exactly why I said what I said. It's just,
I think men need to show ambition and show that they're going for more. And that's what women are attracted. But then when women are that ambitious, we come off-putting. We seem off-putting. And it's like, statistically, we're destined to be single because we make over a certain amount, which I don't think is fair. I mean,
that mentality is exactly why niggas get bread and shit on y'all, man. Because that's so crazy to me to think that
it was a study done when we were in undergrad.
I'm not saying it's not.
It was a whole study done. Statistically, they said it, and in fact, Issa Rae said we should date Asian men.
Which is why I'm not coming for you. I'm saying that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, just because you make more than me, you think you can say whatever to me. That's why when niggas get money on the other side, they just be like, fuck y'all, man. Like, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to use my money to abuse you and tell you whatever the fuck I want to tell you. And then not a nigga wrong because he done verbally abused you. But you forget that when the nigga didn't have bread, you verbally abused him. Now he got money.
Only if he said something wrong.
I mean, he don't say something wrong.
Hold on. I'm not even that mean, honestly.
That's why I wasn't coming at you, but that's a real thing, though. Like you said, it was a study. So it's not a personal attack on you. It's like legitimately a real thing.
But I think also what it can be unfair is that women are often expected to hold it down while he's trying to come up. And
what's wrong with that?
If a woman doesn't come with the same stuff to the table, all of a sudden we ain't shit. We low value, we secondhand women, which were quoted by the Samuels himself. So with that, it's like, it's not even. It's not like if I'm trying to come up, like I want to start my own education consulting firm. But while I'm there, I'm making a few crumbs here and there. But then you looking at me like, don't say nothing when you come to my house because I'm paying for this shit. It's like, I'm still trying. Like, if my ambition is there, treat me with the same respect if you really trying to get your mixtape off the ground. Absolutely. To these raps, like, over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I've been like, hey, that's a good one right there. I like that one.
Well, killing that hoe,
I like
bro.
how you rhymed those two. The metaphors you used were amazing. But with that, it's like, you can't expect me to act one way when you're not giving me the same thing. So I think those are conversations where we got to make sure we communicate, and it is a fair playing ground. Then we can both insult each other's salaries.
It may not make sense right now, but I think our generation, we have a character flaw with chasing a bag and how we treat each other. Involved with chasing a bag, I really do. Like, women get this money and get in these power positions, and I from what we thought, what it was said for was, hey, we can do the same jobs. Cool. The thought process was, hey, you can do the same job and still be, this woman. It's not that. Is the women have taken those same jobs and have the same characteristics of the niggas who had those same jobs that was holding, women back from getting those same jobs. So,
but you're missing a very key point. They're getting paid markedly less than the men that were in those positions.
Here we go.
Just saying.
Here we go.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tony.
That's not. We can't keep preaching that, man.
Hold
we
on.
gotta.
But I mean, it's
we
data
gotta
that
put.
supports it.
We gotta.
Okay.
Where is the data? I haven't seen
There's
nothing.
data that shows
there's
black women are actually the lowest
There's
paid.
data that says that women get paid less, but there's not data that puts those situations with the qualifications next to each other and proves it. Of course they get paid less. They just got let in the workforce. Like, why is that so hard to believe? Women just
But
start
if I
working.
have, if you said the same characteristics, give me the same pay. Give me the same.
I mean,
no. Okay.
that definitely doesn't happen because I know women that getting the bag. Like, so again, put the qualifications next to the person who's in that actual position and see if there's a reason why she getting paid less. You know what I'm saying? Because it that kills me. You just start working, so the numbers are always going to be. We gotta stop reading all this shit online and just spreading it like it's truth.
Yeah, all I will contribute to that is I know our black women, y'all are getting
the bag.
it.
Y'all are getting it, but then measure it to our white counterparts. Are we still getting it the same way?
Well, measure it to our white counterparts. Are we still getting paid the same way? Like,
But because
we
you're
in the
a
same
man,
fight.
you're going to be expected in that
But we're
position.
still not
You're-
getting it the same.
Nah.
of course, we're not getting it.
Right,
as
so that's
the
irrelevant.
presence of the white man. But even still, what I bring to the table based on my qualifications, I do know that sometimes when I go for those positions,
You get
I
lowballed.
might not get the same thing that if you went in the same day and interview with me, you'll probably get the job, or we'll both get it. But you might get offered a higher salary than me. You may even be treated differently in the workplace than I
You want to
am.
know why? That's a part of that.
That's
Is
just people.
set in traditional setting. If I go in there and I apply for a job and I'm talking to them and they like, so tell us about yourself. I'm gonna tell them about, hey, I'm married, I have a kid, XYZ. This is what I do. This is my hobbies and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a woman is doing that, but if I say, hey, I'm married and I have a kid, they're like, oh, he is probably going to be the breadwinner of his house. So within this salary range, we're probably going to put him closer to the top end of it. Whereas if a woman does the same thing, now I don't know what this woman is saying in her interview, but if she's saying, okay, I have a kid and XYZ, then okay, this woman is her and the kid. We probably don't have to put her at the top end of this salary.
So
I
we
just
can
think that
probably
men-
put her
I just-
in the average because she's only taking care of one other person.
Nah, I just think
Versus-
that man. I just think
I'm
that man.
telling you,
Hold on, listen.
Ooh, I'm not
Listen.
bullshitting. Hold on. Steve, you're shaking your head, but I'm telling you what happens in these conversations. I'm just telling you. I'm not
telling you-
agreeing with it, but I'm
Hold on.
telling you what happens.
If that's happening, that is
I'm just telling you that men are better negotiators than women naturally. Like, that's why women go to the. I mean, come on. Every woman has a fear of going to the mechanic and getting overcharged. I don't understand why we don't understand that. No,
But I mean, just because we have the fear and it's happening, it doesn't make it right.
no, I'm
I
not
don't
saying
wanna
it's
feel
right,
like
but I'm
because-
saying
yeah, I
your
am going to apply for a
negotiating
job. And I'm going to
skills.
say I have a daughter, 6-year-old daughter. I'm a family person too. You know what I'm saying? So when I go in, you're already lowballing me because you're thinking, "Ooh, the child going to get sick, so you're going to need time off." So you're lowballing, but I still
Shit like that happens.
It
You're right.
happens, but don't negate or neglect my qualifications. I've been in this position. I have the experience. I have the leadership. So why would you lowball me just because this man came in and said he was married?
Man.
Did he also come in and say he got 2 outside kids? Did he come in and say he hits his wife? No, but I think because he is a man applying for a position, he's making that money. So then that supports the argument that since you're going to get that extra cut, then go ahead and pay all them bills and shut the fuck up if I make spaghetti one more night.
I'm just
We're going to
saying.
eat hot dogs today.
Men
Since you
are
get
just.
money.
I am telling you
Time
the
out.
conversations
Time
that
out.
happen.
Time
That's
out.
all.
hot dogs.
I mean, I had a hot dog yesterday.
Man, fuck a hot dog. If I'm paying all the bills, I want fucking salmon. I don't want no tilapia. I don't want nothing in that in the frozen bags.
Expectations.
I want tilapia. I want
the bills.
Right.
But if I provide,
if you buy the salmon, by all means.
Okay then.
No.
Well, you would eat steak.
If I pay all the bills and your ass working, you can go get that goddamn salmon. You can go get that steak, ribeye.
See,
you can go get
that's
out. You can
traditional thing, right? What if I make a bomb ass vegan Alfredo?
No, I don't want no vegan shit.
No. That's not a traditional thing. That's a nigga. This is what I like. Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with tradition. Like,
but if you paying the bills, then sis better have the salmon.
Hold on, bills or not, my nigga. Why would you cook something?
Better have my fucking salmon. Excuse my language. And the reason why, and the reason why I say that is because even in a traditional like lane like that, if you're working, that's non-traditional. Like if you're bringing income in, that's non-traditional. So I shouldn't even have to say like, it shouldn't be an argument about salmon. I don't want no goddamn tilapia. I want salmon. Go cook, get them fillets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You work, you got, how many degrees you got?
Just 2. All
right then, I only got 2. One of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got 2 degrees, salmon shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't.
If we both bring it in, shouldn't be an issue,
bro. But see, okay.
Here's my one thing: y'all want me to come home and make a steak and all that shit, but I've been at work too. So what if I do just come in and I say, well, you know what? This is what I got.
DoorDash me a ribeye from somewhere. You got it.
But if we both been at work all day,
okay. DoorDash me a ribeye. You got it.
You just, hold on.
I thought he meant cook. I missed the DoorDash part, so I take that back. Because I support DoorDash. That's a good side hustle. I'm with the shit. I'm for DoorDash. But to assume that because you work and bring this and I got to give this.
I'm glad you said that. Because you want to know why? I've always said, I just said it like, stop making this shit hard. If you work and I work, but we both know, hey, I want either this ribeye or this salmon, like my nigga, what's wrong with just door dashing it from somewhere? I ain't saying you got to go stand on your feet after you've been at work. I just saying, hey, I work, you work, nigga. We both don't deserve tilapia and swai. My nigga, we can afford salmon and mahi and steaks. Yeah. Like we can afford that. At the end of DoorDash it.
At the end of the day, this is it. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we all have our responsibilities. If my responsibility I can't waver on as far as taking care of all the bills, then your responsibility you can't waver on. I can't just be like, I don't feel like paying the bills this month. I can never be like that. Mm-hmm. Nope. So if your responsibility is to make sure we fed, brainstorm, like figure it out. Like if you don't feel like cooking, like, all right, bet I know I've been working all week. I make good money. Let me just DoorDash him something or have him something here at the crib. I don't necessarily have to make it. But he got food here because I'm responsible for that part.
Right.
That's it. You ain't got to be slaving and shit. Or if you don't want to clean the house, hire a fucking maid. You're making money too. Know what I'm saying? Like this is your responsibility. Your responsibility. We can split them up. I take care of this. You take care. At the same time, I don't want you to worry about bills. I don't want to have to worry about certain things that you're responsible for. And you can do it however you want to. I don't need to come in here and see you vacuuming and shit. I don't give a fuck about that. But if I come in the house and the house is clean, I don't need to know that you was on the wall scrubbing, you know what I'm saying, getting cobwebs. I don't need to know that shit. I don't give a fuck. If I come in the house and the house is clean, I'm like, all right, well shit, the house is clean. Work harder. I mean, work smarter, not harder.
And the main thing about this day and age, we have the means to work extra smarter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was saying, like, don't make it an issue. Why are we making who's paying what an issue? Whoever.
I think where the issue came was I better have. And I think let me want to do it. Let me do it because it's what I'm going to do. Not I better have my steak. Because that's like the club over my head. Bitch, I paid the lights. Get in there and put this steak on the electric stove. So I think it's the communication part of it. Like, don't talk to me like I'm less than. Treat me like, Yeah, equal.
Bitch better have my
Communication
steak.
is key. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. That's just not me. But
You walk down and say, "Bitch, better have my." I hope she hit you. With a
I would never say.
That's the end
girl,
of
what
Riley.
Nah, I would never do that. That's not even in my DNA. You know, I wouldn't do that. But
He wouldn't say bitch, but he, goddamn, you ain't got me no steak.
I just, make a joke about it. But I'm not finna. I'm not.
steak
You know what I'm
today.
saying? I sure we need be good with a steak right now.
Damn, Genie, you ain't got me nothing to eat.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? You know what I'm saying?
ain't got me
Boys over
nothing
this
to
whole hungry, you feel me? Nah, but I understand that. So, a matter of communication, that's a big deal. But,
Yep.
distinguishing roles and fulfilling them to the best of your ability is also a big deal.
Absolutely.
And if you're responsible for this, you take care of it. Don't take no breaks. And if you need to take a break,
communicate
it. That's it.
For all you niggas that don't really have that kind of money, stick to the plan that you on, man.
Stick
Don't
to
be
the rivers and the lakes that you're used
don't
to.
listen, because you gonna try to get her to do all the other stuff, and you gonna do all the bills, and she gonna be saving, and you not, because you ain't got it, so you gonna be pissed off, and it just ain't gonna work.
And that's
man.
another thing, man. I just brought that shit up on Facebook, bro. Like, why is it that if a man says that he's going to pay all the bills, everybody feel like he's going destitute or going like he's starving to do it?
So look,
like,
I'm not saying you're starving, but let's just be clear. If I'm staying by myself, groceries, lights, those little small bills, they not as high as they are if you come live with me. Now the lights go up, the grocery bill go up. You know what I'm saying? Like it may seem small, but it's big when you ain't got no money, man.
First off, the lights don't go up that much, and neither does water.
Whatever.
But
It
the
go
grocery-
up though. I'm
Okay,
just saying
so
it
look,
go up, man.
look.
In the
It
grand scheme
don't
of
go
not
up.
already not having, in the grand scheme of already not having much, if it go up $30
That go up gonna affect
after,
you.
nigga, that shit gonna add up, man.
I didn't think gas going up 10 cents was gonna affect me the way it did. But
Shit.
it,
That shit
we
done
went
went
from
up.
$4.19 to $4.29 all in one weekend. That bothered me. It upset me.
Oh no, yeah, that definitely. That
So
definitely.
little things. Your water bill. I can tell when I done had company because now my water bill just a little bit more, and I'm like, you motherfuckers stay away. You shower at home. Right here. Don't wash your hands. I got sanitizer. You know what I'm saying? Like those things make a difference. Like it does.
Don't wash your hands like I sanitizer.
Better sanitize.
Don't use no water.
I got tons of the school gave us a lot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sanitize your
You want
ass.
to sanitize that shit
That's
and then
better
wipe your shit off.
anyways. It's good for your health.
That nigga say nigga take a bath and sanitize.
Oh, God.
That's
That
it.
nigga say if you don't shower before you come over here, I got some sanitizer for your ass.
Yeah, bro, nah,
Get
no,
you.
no
Don't
water.
sneeze or nothing.
No water.
Got some Lysol to spray. Whatever.
Oh, man.
Tony D. What you want to leave the people with today, man?
Oh, man. Man, I got a couple of things. So, number one, let's think logically about money and the times that we're in. That's number one. If it doesn't make sense for a man to pay all the bills, then don't. Like, it's not that hard. Have the woman do something. Just, like, don't make it more than what it needs to be. Number two, motherfuckers learn how to communicate about money.
Yeah.
God damn.
Gotta talk about
Like,
it. Gotta talk about
learn how to communicate. And nigga, that's a hard pill I'm swallowing my goddamn self. Learning how to communicate about money is tough. I told y'all a long time ago when we was talking about marriage that, like, other than cheating, that's the number one thing why people end up divorced is because of money. So I think the sooner that our generation learns how to learns how to communicate with each other, especially about money, all of this boss talk and who pays for what, all of these conversations will cease to exist, bro. I promise you. That's it.
What about you, Roy?
Man, just get your money before you try to get into a relationship. Get your money, man, because it just makes things 10 times easier when dealing with breezies. They gonna say they don't care, but they care. Get your money, man.
Kenyana. What you got for them? What you got for the people?
I actually have a list of things to leave you guys with, but I'll just cut it short. I think have these conversations. They are uncomfortable, but be willing to communicate with your partner whoever, whatever gender, about what it is that you can do and what you're willing to do as compared to assuming one will do this and the other has to do this. And lastly, follow me on Instagram, Black. And I do have a blog where I write about my dating experiences, the Tender Southern Belle at WordPress.com.
Heard that.
That'll work.
Indeed.
That'll work.
My bus.
Well, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. This is what I'm gonna leave
That's
y'all
all
with.
I know.
This is what I'm gonna leave y'all with. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch better have my steak.
Medium well.
Okay.
Nah,
It's a childish steak, by the way.
it is. Yeah, but you know,
well done.
I graduated from well done because I was doing that shit when I was a kid.
So you eating jerky?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, but I stepped it up a little bit, so I might go to medium. I mean,
That's
medium
gross.
is cool.
That's
I'm alright with medium. I'm alright with medium.
You had medium before, though.
Yeah, I'm alright with medium. Medium's cool. I'm with Ray, man. Go get your bread, man. Like that's it, man. And stand firm in how you feel about stuff, no matter how much money. I don't give a fuck who's making whatever. Be firm in your shit. Don't step down your masculinity and all the rest of that shit due to finances. If you feeling some type of way about something, then say it. I don't give a shit if this breezy making 200 more thousand than you are making a year. Hey, ma'am, like Martin be saying, you need to relax on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't be the end all be all when it comes to having a healthy relationship. But still have the mental awareness and fortitude to go out there and go and look at yourself and look at what you have and notice that you need more. So go get more by any means necessary. We listen to all this shit about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and shit, but we don't put that shit to pavement, man. Like, go get your bread. Go get it. It's out there. Go get it. It's motherfuckers out here that's getting money off of crazy shit. Go get your money. Just figure it out. And then when you find your woman that you want to love on that woman, take care of that woman. Take care of that woman. That's it. That's what I got for y'all, man. That's it.
Boom. Yeah.
Riley hit y'all with a serious little nugget at the end. Y'all
know
need to
what I'm
take
saying,
that.
bro? Take care
Turn
of
into Mr. T.
You
You know what I'm saying? I pity the fool, nigga, that don't want to take care of his woman. Take care of your
What's
woman,
that song
man.
that nigga had? Respect your mama or love your mama or some shit
Do
like
that
that.
shit, bro. Hey, y'all. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. This concludes another episode of the Millennial Mayhem Podcast. I hate Corbin Blue.
We have a new season officially off the record coming soon, so be on the lookout for it.
New season officially off the record, man. Hey, we're gonna have that linked in the description. You know what I'm saying? We might have it somewhere on the video somewhere. But hey, what I do?
You got a vein in your nose.
Wow. Boy, that is.
He's dying.
It wasn't me.
He been dying,
It wasn't me, bro.
You brought the Corbin Blue. I was gonna let you end it, but you had to say my man Corbin Blue over here. So I didn't even catch that. No, I was gonna touch that one.
Y'all know Ray look like that nigga from High School Musical, bro. The Dance Fever ass nigga.
Pay attention to Steve's nose when he gets mad.
Wow. We dancing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all. Hey, don't forget. Like
we out, dog. We out.
Hold on. We gotta.
You already said subscribe, and comment.
Yeah, but we gotta tell them about the. You know what I'm saying? The IG.
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't forget to go like the IG. I
like
fuck
the
my
IG
shit up.
page.
Yeah,
Like the IG
go follow
page.
the IG page.
Follow us on Facebook, man. We on both sides. Hey, and we from H-Time, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
HOU stands for H-Time.
Austin, honestly.
Oh God.
But you rocking an H today.
You're right.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Peace out.
I ain't got time for the okay. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get bull. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hating. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the